Need for Speed Unbound, more customization information. We already know Need for Speed is king in terms of that. Unless you're talking about having a fitment that always fits. I'm sorry, it's a glitch, right? It's a glitch. Anyway, some new details came out on customization, not the ones you saw previously. More details and going into little bits of more information that, well, quite frankly, we didn't know about. This new article just dropped and it's gonna give us some new information about driver customization, vehicle customization, performance customization, basically all the details that we didn't really know from those videos we were guessing. This is the info. So keeping on topic, I'm going to start with the car customization because that is the bit you want to know. In Need for Speed Heat, we pushed the limits of customization and you're delivered with amazing wraps and designs in the community. So Need for Speed Unbound, we wanted to go even further to give you the freedom to create modified cars that are distinct and unruly. I mean, that's what we did, but we're doing it better. So as per this, it looks like the new options are changed to style, performance, and the buy and sell option. There's a big old wall of text here, and I'm gonna point out to you the important bits that we could pull from this article. You know, it would be nice to have like a video element of it, but you know, your pants man got you covered. Hit that subscribe button. First off, the body option is going to allow you to customize the car as you imagine, as it was in the previous games. They actually say here, new rims, new real world tires, color of your windows, tint your headlights, tail lights, front and rear bumpers, side skirts, brake calipers, even license plates. Of course, we can change those. But obviously, we've been glad to know that the stance tuning is available. I hope it's more like 2015 where we had a lot more options because as you saw, well, there seems to be an issue with the game in its pre-development phase right now. Another interesting note is that pre-made body kits have returned to the game. It wasn't really a thing in the past couple of games. They just basically gave us all the options. There was ways around it, but there's now an option for fully pre-made. In the livery editor, there are new fonts, street art, and decals. This is a little bit disappointing that the livery sharing is once again per platform. I was hoping with the crossplay being from the go in this game that we'd be able to share it across all, but apparently we're still not there. And they're introducing something called Legendary Customs. Legendary Customs is definitely things like this Defender. This is going to be the more extreme, crazy customization. So kind of like the Kaisel cars we saw. The way they're describing it is silhouette changing parts to transform a car's appearance into one-of-a-kind custom. You know, they kind of call it like pants customs. I'm ready. They also talk about the return of vanity items, including underglow, sound of your horn. Air suspension is another one that is back. You've got the exhaust customization, but also the strength of forced induction. Mate, can you turn the sound of the turbo up? Maybe you can change it. Like big turbo noises, little turbo noises. Mate, that is super sick. If so, I am so excited about that. That's one of the noises that sometimes was too quiet on some cars, but now they get the spoolie boys a little bit louder. Especially when I'm building my Eclipse GSX, you already know. I can't wait. It's going to be built in the game before I build the real thing. This section here is about the effects that we can see, and a lot of people were a little bit mixed on. They're mentioning that when you use Burst Nitrous, you get the full effect, the craziness, but you can also use more low-key options. The cloaked options basically reduce the visuals to just tire smoke trails and also silent samples to eliminate the sound of activating Burst Nitrous. So it's a more subtle version of it. I quite like that idea. Again, we'll have to see how they play out. I think this could have been a perfect example to demonstrate some of those, but whatever. Of course, what's the point of Need for Speeding with the little ricey out car if I couldn't upgrade it with some performance? What's new? Engine swaps are the first category in the performance customization. It is back. It is confirmed. I'm sitting here praying for some drivetrain swaps as well. You already know. Performance customizations are ECU, fuel system, exhaust, turbochargers, nitrous, suspension, brakes, tires, clutch, suspension, differential. You know, that sounds pretty the same as it was before. But hopefully, though, that means we can just swap out the Mate, let me just swap out transmission and differential. And no, there's no drivetrain. All right. We got the stock to pro and beyond parts. Are we Ultimate Plus again? Need for Speed Heat players may remember there was a bunch of perks that you could apply. These are returning with impact protection, repair kits, damage increases, radio jammers, and gadgets to fill your nitrous faster. Oh, and that's based on how you're driving. So maybe you can have like a grip NOS thing, you can have a drift NOS thing. That would be super cool. And finally, this is the most important section, and that's talking about the actual handling of the game. As you upgrade your tire, suspension, differential, your handling slider range will increase. So you can adjust the sliders to have more grip, and you'll be more likely to grip, or you can choose it all the way to drift like we could previously. So the higher up parts will basically make the slider bigger so that you can play with those things. Traction control can be switched on and off. That was something there previously, but to what extent is it going to be in this game? Is it going to be a step further? Is it going to be the same as it was in the previous game? You also have the option of drift entry. Now this is what sounds exciting, because the gameplay we've seen so far has all been quite drifty, but it does, that's what Need for Speed demonstrates. It shows the higher stuff, the faster stuff, the exciting stuff. And of course, when it comes to the long time people, you know, sometimes we like to have a grip car too, you know, sometimes. With the drift styles, you can choose from gas, which is the standard in Need for Speed Heat, the brake tap. Oh wait, gas or brake tap is the default on this game. Then we've got the gas tap, which is what it was in Heat. Then we've got brake tap, or you can turn them all off. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, all of them off. Brake to drift in the bin. Death of brake to drift. The grip gang won. We did. You can tell I'm a little bit excited. Okay, no, but by default, brake to drift is on. But it sounds like with the handling styles, are making more of a commitment to just make it so that we can choose what we want to do. Choice is what this game's all about. And I choose grip, he says, and then someone's going to show a clip after this in the future of me just drifting around and never changing it. Watch me. This section's also super interesting. Like your garage starts from the bottom. It's going to take some bank, unlocking tiered parts to upgrade your garage from basic to elite. As you upgrade your garage, you get access to better parts. I don't know about you, but I'm going to get a little bit excited here and think, can we finally upgrade, modify, change the garage? If you're talking about customization and you don't let us change the garage, I think you missed a trick there, Need for Speed. So a pink garage, pink car, pink person. I've got it. This is going to be perfect. The buying and selling of cars has been confirmed, which is good because it keeps saying multiple times that you might need to sell a car to get up there. For the final event, it sounds so weird to be talking about the final event, I know. You actually need to be using 4 different types of vehicle, 4 different tiers of vehicle, so you need to start collecting cars. Photo mode also got confirmed. That would be another small thing to throw in there. It seems to mention that you save it using your platform's default content capture features. So essentially, it looks like the photo thing that they had in the previous game is gone. To be honest, I don't really mind. Nothing of value has really been lost there. What I think is due right now is a Need for Speed network to be able to share your cars, your layouts, your performance layouts, your handling, if we're getting to the point where the customization is this in-depth, I think a Need for Speed network or Need for Speed hub needs to return, just like it tried to do back in the day, and where we can save these liveries to that website or just export them from one platform and put them on another. Just a cheeky way of getting around things like that, importing them into your game based on a website. It just makes sense for the future of this series now, adding all these customization options. Now, for the people that are curious, I did also skim over the details on the person customization. This whole section talks about customizing your character. Now, we did actually have the ability to choose a default character last time, and that seems to be the case. Again, there's a default character. You can stick with that if you want to, but if you want to a bit more fine details, you can customize the head. So I'm guessing you can choose from some options. I say think, it literally says it right here. So you can customize the head, and then you can choose your eye color, and then you can customize your shoes and clothes and facial hair. So there's a lot more detail about the character customization, but I think all customization is great, and it's nice to see more of it always. But anyway, that is the new customization, Need for Speed Unbound. Of course, you're in the right place for more Need for Speed news. Be sure to smash the like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.